is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
One of the most anticipated matchups kicks off the final day of group play in the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup. It was 2 years ago when France and Canada played for U17 bronze, and today they meet for the top spot in Group D. This is Aaron Sanders. Thank you for joining us once again, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining us on Courtside 1891, the FIBA Twitch page, and the FIBA YouTube network. These two teams were expected to meet up with a lot of stakes on the line even before the U17 World Cup commenced. We look at France first and foremost. The combined duo of Sarah Cisse and Talia Kavoka has worked wonders, averaging a total of 24 points a game, with Cisse being the 9th best rebounder in this tournament with 8 a game. For Team Canada, they lead the tourney in points per game and more, averaging over 103.5 points per game. They are also led by the shooting star, the superstar known as Agat Makir. She is the best scorer in the tournament, averaging 25 points a game. Will these two things become a great factor into this revenge game for Canada, or a test to see how far these teams could get? Will they make the podium? We'll see in a few days. But first, the national anthems for both France and Canada.
Y ahora, con el mismo respeto, escucharemos el himno nacional de Canadá. And now, with the same respect, we'll listen the national anthem of Canada.
And so it has come down to this, the third and final day in group play here in the FIBA U17 Women's World Cup. We are featuring two teams that have an undefeated record of 2-0 in Group D competition. And the winner of this will secure the top spot in time for the round of 16 tomorrow. Have a look at the officials for today's game. From Spain, Fernando Calatrava. From Italy, Silvia Marciali. And from Mexico, Jesus Lopez Diaz. 84-82. That's the score that both Canada and France will remember from 2 years ago. That was the difference in which Spain won, or France rather, won the bronze. Men en simple will start with Talia Kavoka, Aina Risache, Justine Lobans, and Sarah Cisse. One of the highlighted players in this tournament, of course, is Aina Risache, averaging 8 points and 4.5 rebounds per game. But the story heading into today, that dynamic duo of Kavoka and Cisse, 12 points apiece. For Canada, Agat Makir, the best scorer in the tournament so far, gets the start along with the Northern Ontario native and Savannah Swords. Rachel Okoko follows with Denaya Prawl and Sierra Parchment. Parchment, who was highlighted as one of the top players for Canada heading into this tournament, has had a quiet game in the scoring department, but has been a bully on the boards in the rebounds. Averaging 8.5 per game, 6th in the top 10. Canada averages 103.5 points per game. That's first. France, 85. That is third. Head coach for the Canada is Fabienne Blizzard. Her first go-around of the U17 World Cup, and she has done a tremendous job as Canada went through Egypt 95-44 in the opener on Saturday. Then a day later, taking care of business against Chinese Taipei, 112-59. One of the best scoring performances out of any team in the history of the U17 World Cup. And head coach Honor Gillespie not disappointed at France's performance either. They went by Chinese Taipei 72-44 and beat Egypt 98-52. That brings us to here, of course, and we're glad to have all of you join for the ride. A big welcome to our premium members, and Pavrin Monogran and Francisco Bartolome. You could be a part of the premium membership for just 99 cents a month. You will have key features like custom avatars, badges, exclusive Q&A panel with the FIBA experts, and more. 99 cents a month. That's all we're asking. We want to know where you're tuning in from, and we hope you enjoy today's game too. 8 games on the schedule. Tomorrow starts the round of 16. The winner of this will take first place in Group D and play whoever is in last place in Group C competition, which currently is Puerto Rico. One of 4 teams making their U17 debut this year. It's quite interesting that 2 years ago in Hungary, these two were playing for the gold, and they may get far into the tournament bracket here this year. I was on the call for that bronze medal game, and it was close as you could get. I do believe Savannah Swords' sister, Sila Swords, was part of that team, along with Toby Fournier. Great supporting cast. France had players like Salahi taking care of business in the fourth quarter to propel France to the podium with the bronze. Canada will wear the red jerseys with white uniform numbers and trim, and France with their whites with red, white, and blue trim. The final game day here in group play is underway with France winning the tip as Menon Simplo gives it right away to Kakova. In deep, Cisse down in the triple threat. Outside, Simplo. 11th in assists per game with 3.5. Risache and Cisse on another fake. Blows by Okoko but misses. France able to pick it up again. Shot from the corner off the mark. Rebound Prawl, who brings down 7 of those a game, and all alone is Rachel Okoko. Canada has referred to Rachel Okoko to get things going in games. They did that against Egypt, and they did that against Chinese Taipei. 1 minute gone by here in the first game of the final day of group play here in the U17 Women's World Cup, emanating from Irapuato and León, Mexico. shot bounces off, and here comes Sierra Parchment, a player that hasn't had a lot of luck in the points department, but been taking care of business on the defensive end. Here is Simplo for France. Nice fake in the corner from Talia Kovoka, and she steps on the line. Welcome aboard to Julien Zach Young, who's been an avid supporter of Team Canada. Carlos Merchon, Lindsay Bernardin. Joanna Fahmy checking in for Team Canada right now. We are just underway from the Inforum in Irapuato. Tanaya Prawl squeaking in and gets the deuce. 2 buckets so far for Team Canada. 4-0 is the score. Zach Young saying Sarah Cisse will be a problem. She averages a near double-double, 12 points and 8 rebounds per game. Those 8 rebounds makes her the 9th best rebounder in this U17 tournament. Shot clock at 2. Cisse's going to have to chuck it up. Bombs away, and that's too much time as Canada forces a turnover. Team Canada ranked 4th in the power rankings, 3rd in the world rankings. Team France 2nd in the power rankings and 2nd in the world. Both of these clubs tied with a 2-0 record, gunning for the top spot in Group D. 13 to shoot, Tanaya Prawl going in again. She has such polished footwork as we have a tie-up underneath the France basket. Arnaud Chipilot, head coach of France, trying to bring France back to the podium. This is a revenge game for Team Canada, trying to make up for that bronze medal loss. 3 ball outside, no good for McKeer. Put back by Savannah Swords. And it's a quick 6-0 lead for Canada. We have a timeout called by France. 7:19 to go. Swords, Okoko, and Prawl up on the board, and they have given Canada a 6-point lead.
Where the Canada fans this afternoon. Quiero saber quién viene a apoyar a Canadá esta tarde. Y por Francia, ¿quién me da fuerte ruido? Vamos a vivir muchas más emociones este día que apenas comienza. This is the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup Mexico 2024.
France in a little bit of a hole to get things going here in Irapuato. Down by 6. Canada slashing to the basket, and great second chance opportunities had got them going. Justine Lubans gets it from downtown to score France's first field goal of the game. Justine Lubans in the last game against Egypt really sprung alive in the second half as she continued to expand that France lead. They ended up winning 98-52. Jordan Wheeler checking in. She's been an impressive player, and a player who has accelerated, averaging 11.5 points a contest. Ball slapped away by Ayana Risache, the sister of NBA first-round draft pick Zachary Risache, who will suit up for the Atlanta Hawks come the 24-25 season. Ball almost taken away. Who touched it last? It was Canada. So it went off the foot of Jordan Wheeler, and France will have the ball side out. 6:51 remaining here in the first. France averages 45.5% from the field, second best, as they play against the best team in field goals by 0.4. That's how close this matchup is. Swords takes it away and puts it up and in. Savannah Swords already with her 4th point, the 10th best scorer in the World Cup. Underneath is Justine Lubans. It is Canada 8, Justine Lubans 5. A chance for Fami as she gets met at the rim. Free throws coming up for Canada. Emma Broleon now in for France. Here is the rundown in the history of Team Canada here in the U17 competition. Ended up in 4th place due to losing bronze a couple of years ago. They have made their appearance in every U17 outing, and they have only went to the podium once. That was when they won bronze in the 2012 U17 World Cup. Their worst placement was 10th in the very first one back in 2010. Free throw is missed. Savannah Swords goes with the reverse and count it. Savannah Swords slashing right into the heart of the France defense. Was able to get it through the outstretched arm of Lubans. 7 points for Swords. And that is the difference with 6:10 to go. Rolly Roan throws it away. Here is Johanna Fami who hits the deck. Tries to fling it to Wheeler. Wheeler trying to hold her own inside. It's out to McKeer. That's a 3. That doesn't go. Up the floor is Risache. Out to Broleron. Nice fake. She got Prawl off her feet, but misses the deuce. Back for the rebound was Kavoka. Here's a 3. Risache. No good. Prawl on the prowl for the rebound. That is her 2nd rebound here today. The marquee matchup in group play happening in Group D competition. Canada and France, both of them played for the bronze a couple of years ago, with France squeaking by 84-82. Almost halfway into the first quarter. Risache trying to drive, flings it from the elbow and gets it. Noah Risache connects on her first field goal. Long shot from outside, no good. Fami tried to keep it alive, but the momentum was too much for her. Lubans, the top scorer for France, she has 5. Cisse with the foul. They ruled that as a foul instead of her going out of bounds. Sierra Parchment, Rachel Okoko, and Jada Dennis in for Canada. Claire Daustra replaces Sarah Cisse for France. Up top, Prawl gets the loose ball and was hacked. Fabian Blizzard, again the head coach for Canada. This is her first go-around in U17 competition. Safe to say has done an exceptional job of coaching these ladies as they now lead by 6. Daustra with her first foul. Parchment making her first free throw here in the tournament. and she knocks down both to make it 14-7. Bit of a full court pressure from Canada. They back off as Broly-Roan enters the front court. Isache bullets one to Broly-Roan. Broly-Roan with the green light flings it up and out. Jada Dennis, Montreal, Quebec native. To Parchment, gets the crossover. Sends it down. Prawl, another fake. Shot clock winding down. Dennis trying to put the moves on Kavoka, puts it up and out. Another chance for Dennis. Wheeler, wheeling, dealing, can't squeak in. And an over and back violation gives Canada back the ball. So Swords returns for Wheeler. Savannah Swords starting this game on a tear, slashing with 7 points. Lana Bertoumi checking in for France along with Chloe Rousselier. They replace Lubans and Kavoka respectively. Crossover dribble, Swords, misses. Another chance, rejected by Risache. Up the floor is Rousselier, who sends it in deep for the deuce. Bentoumi on the board to make it 14-9. France slowly but surely getting back into this ball game. There's been rarely or seldom a time where they have trailed here in this installment of the World Cup.
Substitutions for Canada.
Simplo on the foul. Changes being made for Canada.
And with number 2, Joanna Fami.
Joanna Fami getting another chance on the floor as Alicia Tormi-Bees hits the floor for the first time. That sends Prawl back to the line. Incidentally, that foul, they marked it to Risache. Denia Prawl, a 56% free throw shooter coming into the last group day here. And she gets both free throws, 16-9. 3:12 to go, opening quarter. Canada has led since the first possession. Savannah Swords leading the way with 7. Denia Prawl underneath with 6. 3 ball, too strong. Another chance. That doesn't go down. And here's Agat Makir, the tournament's leading scorer, sending it underneath to Fami. No dice there. Group D action, the reverse, no good by Risache. Tormi-Bees trying to form a wall, but Canada's able to get ahead of the game. Sierra Parchment, overhead pass. Makir, who has yet to score with 2:30 to go in the opening quarter. Trying to blow by Bentoumi. Dances with Bentoumi. Goes by Bentoumi, flings it over Bentoumi, but misses over Bentoumi. Risache faked on the 3, good decision. And they work it underneath. Nice spin and fire, but nothing there for Tormi-Bees. But they were able to make it work off the second chance. Bentoumi gets 2 as Fabian Blizzard calls a timeout for Team Canada. Zach Young, part of the FIBA YouTube chat, saying they need a box out as Canada's outboarding France 13-9, but the score with under 2 to go, Canada 16, France 11 in the first quarter. Canada 16, France 9, just under the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter, in which Canada has been capitalizing not only on the rebounds, but with breakout players too. Savannah Swords leading the charge with 7, helping her out Denia Prawl with 6. Prawl also has 5 rebounds. She's on early double-double watch as Swords brings it up right to the paint and banks it in. That goes, and an and one coming up for Swords. Savannah Swords with a nice head fake and being able to match her body up with Rousselier. And the bank has been open and friendly for Canada as Swords connects on the three-point play. 19-11, Canada ahead. Remember, they average around 104 points per game, France 85. 3-ball doesn't go down for Lubens. The putback doesn't go either. Makir secures the board. Sends it to Swords. Try to get it off to Fami. People hitting the floor off of that opportunity, and that's going to result into a possession change. France with the ball and out of fouls to give for the final 1:13 here in the first. France usually shoots 46% from the field. They're shooting 29%. And that is a foul on Makir. As Jordan Wheeler checks in, again, the officials for today's game. From Spain, Fernando Calatrava. From Italy, Silvia Marziali. And from Mexico, Jesus Lopez Diaz. We are in Irapuato, one of 2 venues for the U17 Women's World Cup this year. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the FIBA social networks. Nice fake and drive from Justine Lubans, trying to work off 2 defenders. And it pays off in her favor. She is off to the line. Rachel Okoko, the offending party, as Luban tees up her first free throw, and down it goes. Luban's been perfect at the free throw line in the first 2 days of this competition. 41.2% from the field, 11 points a game. And the PFBB native goes 2 for 2 with the line. France now playing with Talia Kavoka, Emma Broly-Rome, Lana Bentoumi, Alicia Tormey-Bees, and Maiwen Poive. Canada operates with Swords, Okoko, Wheeler, Prawl, and Parchment. This is Parchment with the ball, sends it right away to Prawl. Prawl getting close this time, gets the pass to Swords. Swords using her body and banks it in. Swords has been the cutting edge for Canada here in the first. They are up by 8, matching her jersey number. France using crisp ball movement to get at least one more opportunity. They throw it away, and with 18.5 seconds to go, it appears that Canada will have possession as Lana Bentoumi is pleading her case. With that, Swords will throw it in front of the France bench. Savannah Swords, the younger sister of Silas Swords, who competed in this tournament just 2 years ago, where the team was short of a gold medal. Swords misses. That would have been the play of the quarter as we have seconds to go. Broly-Rome flings it away as the buzzer sounds. 21-13. That is your score at the end of one. Canada ahead of France in a final group day here in the U17 Women's World Cup. Top spot in Group D on the line. We'll have second quarter of the action in just a moment.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin,
basketball
can bring everyone together.
Basketball for good.
Canada up by 8 as we're about to start the second quarter in Group D action between Canada and France. This is the redemption or revenge game for Team Canada's cause. France last met them 2 years ago for the bronze, and they snagged bronze from the team north of the border in North America. Scott McKeer opens up the second quarter with a miss. Misses her own putback. Another chance for Okoko as she draws the foul. France becoming more aggressive, but their problem has been boxing out Team Canada. They're being out-rebounded by them 16-12. And a common mistake in basketball, as Poivet comes up with her first foul, is when you lack the size, depth, or muscle when it comes to boxing out, you try to overcommit and make up for it by putting a lot of brute force into boxing out or securing the rebound, but sometimes you don't know your own strength or your team forms a cluster. That may be a problem. It leads to contact, and this is one of the reasons why Rachel Okoko is at the line and split the first of 2 free throws. 22-13 is the score. France ahead of the floor. A team that knows to share the ball well, second best in assists per game with 21. Kavoka almost had her pass taken away as Tormeby saves it. 4 to shoot. Here's Kavoka trying to drive over Swords, flings it and misses. It stays with France. Up top to Broliron. Whip around pass, Cisse over Parchment. That bounces everywhere but down. Another chance for France as they were able to get to the right position and box out. Dribble drive, whip around pass. Now it's out to Kavoka, who can't drain the triple. Scott McKeer, who averages 25 points here in this tournament, has yet to score. Benaya Prawl gives it out to McKeer. Can't get it right in between the eyes as France goes up with it again. The feed to Cisse. Can't finish. This is the second meeting between Canada and France. The last meeting was back in the bronze medal game 2 years ago, where the bronze went to France 84-82. Nice play off the inbound pass as Sarah Cisse is going to go to the line. Bucket goes, and they're going to rely on her more than you would think. A 12-point-a-game baller, along with a near double-double, averaging 8 rebounds a game. Three-point play made by Cisse as France makes it a 2-possession game. Sarah Cisse scoring 3 quick points. She did it the old-fashioned way. Bucket, harm, free throw line. Menon Simplo back into the game as Swords feeds it in to McKeer, who was able to take contact.
Foul of France, number 5.
A foul on Kavoka. As she picks up her first. Ayana Risace, who's not in the game right now, has 2 fouls, 2 points, and 3 rebounds. And a lot of France fans hoping that Risace gets into a groove in time before the round of 16. They need her the most. The U16 Women's European MVP, averaging 8 points and 4.5 rebounds per game. Free throw is missed. It's back in deep to Swords, who whips it to Taylor. Or Wheeler, my mistake. McKeer with 2 to shoot. McKeer with 1, and she gets blocked by Cisse, who leads the pack for France. Quick ball right away. Here's Swords. Right in between the eyes and the foul. Oh, Swords. Swords. Right in the France back. What can she do today? It is just phenomenal how she's been stepping up for Team Canada. Her 15th point, her first 3-point field goal, and it comes at a foul. A 4-point play coming up for Canada, with Swords making it 3 for 3 at the line. 16 points for Savannah Swords.
Substitution for France. Number 14,
Justine Lubange checking in as France adding to the depth. Manon Simplo asking for help. Lubange trying to operate. Gives it up to Cisse, who finds a moving Poive, and she travels. Tanaya Prawl and Jada Dennis in for Parchment and McKeer for Canada. Lubange recently checked in for Kavoka. And Talia Kavoka with no points and 2 fouls. The dynamic duo has been kept silent as Savannah Swords buries one again. 19 points from Savannah Swords, forces a timeout from Coach Giuliapiotti. Well, fans of the Savannah Swords show has been getting quite an exhibition from her. 19.7 from the field, perfect from the free throw line right now, and she is responsible for 19 of the 29 points that Canada has. They are up by 11. France doing all they can, adding depth, trying to box out, trying to get it to the basket in the fastest time, but it has not worked in their favor here in the game so far. Ball away from Lubans is a no-go, and back comes Denia Prohl and Team Canada. Dennis all alone. Kathy Emma Otto checking in and gets her first rebound. 3 ball short. Cisse on the rebound. Eight to shoot. As Poive tried to give it to Cisse, but that was far beyond her reach, as it's another turnover for France. This is not the kind of basketball that fans and other dignitaries are used to seeing for France. That is their 9th turnover in less than 15 minutes of play. Team Canada, Team France. Rejected. Back comes Simplo for France, and that is right into the hands of Wheeler. Again, these two teams tussled for the bronze 2 years ago, with France pulling through 84-82. This is a marquee matchup before we go to the round of 16. Streaking right into the lane is Dennis as it bounces off the rim, pulled down by Otto. Kathy Emma Otto averages 4.5 of those per game. Agat McKeer checking in as Savannah Swords takes a rest. 19 points for Swords as she heads off. McKeer coming in with a Okoko and Parchment. Chloe Rousselier checking in for France. Over in Leon, Argentina and Finland taking on each other as Denia Prohl rings it up. That is her 8th point, as Canada is now ahead by 13. Argentina and Finland happening in Leon right now. We will get an updated score before halftime. There's a long shot that circles the drain but goes out. Rousselier on the rebound, spaces out, gives it to Simplo. Simplo trying to go to town off a Wheeler, and she falls hard. Finland, one of the first-timers in the U17 tournament, along with Puerto Rico, for which we will see after this game, facing Australia. Croatia and Chinese Taipei rounds out the debut teams. 3 to shoot for Team France, but Prohl takes it ahead to Parchment, off again, and nice give and go from Parchment and Prohl. That is just pretty passing and brilliant basketball. France looking to respond. They are down by 15. Otto, top of the circle. Around to Lubans, wrapping herself around and gets it down over McKeer.
2 points for France, number 14, Justine Lebeau.
Justin Taylor on the call as Argentina takes on Finland. Later on, our third member of the broadcast crew, Michael Soroti, will have the call between Japan and Spain. Six minutes gone by here in quarter number 2. Agat McKeer looking for a first point of the game. She still cannot find the bottom of the net. Otto with a cross-court pass to Simplo. Lubans for 3. And that puts the cap on a dry scoring spell for France. Justine Lubans has scored back-to-back field goals for France. Their last field goal was at the 8:03 mark here in this quarter when Sarah Cisse drove right inside the lane for the layup. 3 to shoot. McKeer trying to send it to Parchment, but that was batted out of bounds. 0.9 on the clock. Avery Arije checking in, averages 3.5 rebounds a game, and Canada unaware of the clock as it's a violation. 10-point lead, Canada ahead, 3:14 to go in quarter number 2. Canada 2 fouls to give, France with only 1. France being led by Justine Lubans, who is responsible for 12 of their 23 points. Claire Dalstra checking in for Sarah Cisse. So you got Lubans and Cisse, Lubans and Dalstra in the front court. 14 France, and Dalstra gets the ball right away, working her way through Parchment. Whip around pass, Justine Lubans with the 1-2. And we're back to a 7-point game as Justine Lubans continues to do damage for Team France. Magnifique as she comes up with a triple. Parchment with a baseball pass. 7 on the 24, whistle on the drive. Team France with the ball, and they will get it after a timeout. 2:39 to go. Canada 33, France 26 in group play. Courtesy of Justine Lubans. They have outscored Canada 13-12 here in quarter number 2. Lubans with 15 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown. Otto into Roussellier. Simplo in trouble. Out to Otto. Otto streaks right in, and that ball hits the side. Another chance for France underneath Dalstra. And France getting back into their element, sharing the ball. They are second best at that here in this World Cup. 21 a game. They so far have 7. 2:03 to go here until halftime. Aaron Sanders on the call from Irapuato. Canada and France gunning for the top spot in Group D. 6 to shoot. Out to McKeer. Going for the 3. No. And who else but Justine Lubans to zero in on the rebound.
Substitution for Canada.
And a Gaunt McKeer. France more or less limiting her to a performance for which she is not accustomed to in this tournament. A total of 50 points out of the first 2 days of the tournament, 25 a game, best in the U17 World Cup. However, she has been limited to no buckets so far. 0 of 9 from the field, 0 of 2 from the free throw line, but 4 boards as we approach the minute and 30 mark here in the second. Ayana Risache looking to plight through Swords, and she does with the jumper from top of the key. Picks up her 4th point, and France with a huge run to come back, and they have made this a one-possession game. It is a 12-0 run for France. Arije. Parchment saves the ball, flings it. Prawl on the fake, goes for the J, and hits.
2 points for Canada, number 25, Nelia Prawl.
Ball awareness, and Prawl was able to look up at the clock to tack on 2 more for Canada. 35-30 is the score. 43 seconds ago underneath is Dalstra, and she loses it off her foot.
Substitution for Canada. Inside with number 23.
We are at 1,800 people watching. Thank you for tuning in. We hope to get 2,000 people
Substitution for France.
by the third quarter. 105 likes. Let's keep the conversation going. For our Canadian fans, how are you doing? For our France fans, comment ça va? We are down to 33 seconds here in halftime. And Sierra Parchment gives the ball to Savannah Swords. They're working around the perimeter. Here is Parchment for 3. Nice take from her, even though she hasn't had a lot of good looks here in this tournament. Simplo goes off the screen. Down to 8. The handoff to Risache. Risache trying to go to town with Wheeler. Wheels, deals, flings one, and out. And even though Canada has been leading since the start of this game, Team France has recovered. After being down by as much as 15, they have slashed that lead by 2/3 as Canada leads by the score of 35-30 over France. I will take a step aside. Let's keep the chat going. Tell your friends that this game is intense between Canada and France. They are going for first place in Group D. Merci beaucoup for joining in. I'm Aaron Sanders. We'll be back for the second half in 10 minutes.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together.
Basketball for good.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin,
Basketball
can bring everyone together.
Basketball for good.
Group D competition comes to an end today from Irapuato, and Canada and France dueling. Canada leading 35-30 as we are up and running here in the third quarter. Aaron Sanders with you. Both of these clubs shooting 34 to 35%. The big story, Savannah Swords into the game and has 19 points to lead all scoring. But Kathy Emma Otto gets the scoring to go here for Team France. They have made it a one-possession game. They were down by as much as 15, and they have cut this deficit down to a one-possession game. Brilliant Risache, Lubans, Otto, and Cisse in for France. Here's Swords again. Savannah Swords being savvy from three-point land. That is her 22nd point. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc to put this back to a 6-point game. Lubans trying to answer the call, and that's off the mark. And Lubans has been the answer for France as well. 15 points, 3 of 5 from the field. This may end up becoming a shootout if the game gets closer and closer. Here's Parchment for 3, and Prawl trying to secure the rebound, but she steps on the line. France shooting 27% from beyond the arc. Canada 21. France and Canada both 2-0. Oh, look out, hard hit. As Sierra Parchment hits the deck and is able to get right back on her feet. Denaya Prawl into Fami with the foul. For Team Canada in the first 2 days of group competition, they were led by Agat McKeer, who is the top scorer with 25 a game. She has yet to score a bucket, but Savannah Swords have been taking care of business, averaging 16.5 per game, and that is getting by the top 10 scorers here in the U17 World Cup. With all this talk about the top scorers and the top playmakers, we want to know, who do you think is your candidate for MVP here in the U17 World Cup? Let us know in the group chat, and let us know over at FIBA.basketball. Both free throws are missed underneath at the elbow. Shot goes down for Sarah Cisse. She gets her 7th point. It's back to a 4-point Canada lead as Fami's unable to go with the layup. Risache was looking for a whip around pass. Here's the pull-up. Yes! Justine Lubans. We are back to a one-possession game. 17 for Lubans. The hot scorers are coming alive for both teams, and Swords is going to go to shoot 3. Red hot scorching shooting from Swords and Lubans here today. Jordan Wheeler checking in as Otto picks up foul number 1. Denaya Prawl taking a seat. She has 10 points and 6 rebounds. She is on double-double watch. Swords connects on the first. Savannah Swords, 87.5% free throw shooter coming into today, and she's making work from the free throw line. A free throw shot like that, that is automatic. And as I say that, she goes 3 for 3. It is 41-36. Still a close game as France brings it up from the backcourt. Risache, oh, barely escaped a backcourt violation, was Brolyron. The feed to Cisse as a little ping pong was played underneath. And thank you to JVFX. Thank you so much for tuning in. Merci beaucoup. Underneath. Oh, Cisse misses the easy layup. It is heartbreak city for France, considering how far they have came from. Down by as much as 15 in the first half. Still a 5-point game. Parchment, long pass. Here's Makir, and she gets her first bucket.
3 points for Canada, number 1, Agora Makir.
It took 10 attempts, but she was able to get the corner three to work her way. Juan Pa Torres said Swords is going to have 50 points by the end of this game. She has 25. Long shot, no. Ahead is Parchment. Parchment turns it away and turns away from Brolyron. Here's Swords. Can't get it. The stats for both of these clubs, 35% apiece. And Kathy Emma Otto is in a world of pain right now. You know, barely to put weight on that leg. Hopefully she will be okay. Lana Buntumi will check in for Otto. Kathy Emma Otto usually picks up stats in the deeper departments and rebounds. She's done that today with 6 rebounds and 2 points. And Parchment picks up her 4th point of the day to make it 46-36. Canada with the lead. Once again, if you're tuning in late, Kathy Emma Otto went down hard, favoring her leg. And the staff will tend to her at the moment. Canada has led the whole way. They led by as much as 15 points. But France continuing the charge right back as Emma Brolyron gets her first free throw. Be a part of the FIBA Premium membership on YouTube by subscribing for just 99 cents a month. Custom avatars, badges, and more when you subscribe. And don't forget to check out the exclusive access to premium video content, just like the replay of this game later on today. Here's Parchment on the fake. Swords blitzing through. Here's Prawl trying to get close. Dennis on the fake. Risache met her. 6 to shoot. Makir short, but she is fouled by Buntumi. A trio of free throws on the way. In León right now, Argentina leading Finland 21-17, halfway into the second quarter. Justin Taylor on the call for this game. Over in León, over here in Irapuato, Canada leading by 9. 47-38, 4 minutes gone by in the third. Makir fires away on her second free throw and connects. 5 points, 6 rebounds. Had a slow start to her day, missing her first 10. And now she's making up for it for scoring 6 straight here in the third quarter. It is 49-38. France running out of depth after Kathy Emma Otto went down with an injury. 8 on the shot clock, driving all the way was Risache, and that is off the mark. Swords underneath the Fami, but that is immediately taken away by Buntumi. Buntumi and Risache in the front court for France. And it doesn't work out their way as Buntumi misses the floater. It's around to Brolyron. She misses the 3. Loose ball fought for, retained by Fami. Team Canada picking up their 26th rebound of the game. They are still in the lead. Brawl from downtown. Denia Prawl making it rain with her 12th point, 6 rebounds. Justine Luban pretty much corralling France at this point. The top scorer with 17 points on that side. A tussle for the ball, retained by Bruley-Rhone, intended for Cisse, and Luban saves it. It's up top, back to Bruley-Rhone. Great ball movement inside. Cisse can't finish. Usually hard work and ball movement would pay off. But France unable to find the bottom of the bucket, but they'll get another chance as Canada turns the ball over. Avery Arije in for Canada. Arije averaging 3.5 rebounds per game. One of 8 players from the U16 America's Championship squad, as Canada placed silver in that championship after being defeated by USA 79-59. Elbow shot from Tormi Bees does not hit anything. And Team Canada brings it up the floor with under 4 to go. They break the full court press from France. Spinning around is Parchment. Parchment in trouble, met by the triple team. Kicks it out to Dennis. Back to Parchment. Gets the step and the J. That was a great sequence of resilience as Parchment did not find her shot, so that she kicked it right back out again, spaced herself out, and got that nice J. 9 on the clock as Ben Toomey fades away and draws the foul. And we'll take a timeout here with 3:20 to go in the third quarter. The score, Canada 53, France 38 in Group D. Emilia Kristevsky of Canada missed the first 2 games of the U17 World Cup. She is now making her first appearance on the hardwood floor as she has played 3 minutes and 30 seconds worth of action, has yet to get a touch. But nonetheless, Canada has played all of their players from the roster at this point. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. France at the line. Ben Toomey misses. And the second free throw bounces hard. Bentumi with 4 points and 3 rebounds as she missed both free throws. Parije around the Prawl. Prawl with 7 to shoot, guarded by Kavoka. It's out to Dennis for the 3. Jada Dennis's first shot comes from the corner, and it's up to an 18-point game. The largest lead as France made a strong comeback before halftime, but seeing that disappear as Luban's unable to hit it from downtown where she has been comfortable here in the first 2.5 quarters. And now the officials will decide whether if it's a travel or a jump ball. Justine Lubans for France, 17 points, 6 of 13 of shooting. Kathy Emma Oto with 6 rebounds and 2 points. She left the game a few moments ago, favoring one of her legs, and we have not seen her since. France have to rely on the small ball because with only Termy Bees and Lubans into the lineup, they're going to have to space out some more as Sierra Parchment, who hasn't been shooting well in this tournament, has been stepping it up here as Canada leads by 20. Under 2 to go, quarter number 3. Lubans asking for help, finds it in Kavoka. One part of the dynamic duo is Cisse and Kavoka here in this tournament. Turnover, Canada ball. And it's been a rough outing for France's front court today. Their 13th turnover. Up ahead, Parchment on the fake. Going for the crossover dribble, but too much for her to bear it onto the baseline. Ahead is Lubans. Parchment trying to save it, but it will stay with France. Maywin Poive played in the first half, a total of 5 minutes. Agat Makir checking back in. 7 boards, 6 points. Averages 25 here in the World Cup. The top scorer limited to 6 as we approach the final minute here in the third quarter. 3 ball doesn't go down. Canada really holding their own as Parchment gets the steal. Goes for the baseball pass to Kristevsky, and that would have been her first touch in the tournament. But that was a little too much for her either. A 20-point lead for Canada, exactly a minute left. Looking at the charts, both of these clubs have 7 steals apiece. France with 3 blocks and a missed layup doesn't go for Tormy Bees. Kavoka with a foul, that is her 3rd. She is in foul trouble as France is over the limit. Canada looking to move up to 3-0. Both of these clubs undefeated in group action. Ball loose on the floor, and France did an exceptional job closing out. But on Simplo behind that. Shot clock and game clock, a difference of about 2. Down to 10 seconds here in the third. Oh, and Team Canada able to swallow up that rebound real quick. 3 to go. Prawl has to send it out. Here's McKeer at the buzzer and misses. So we're at the end of 3. 10 more minutes of action to go. The winner has first place of Group D on the line. 58-38 your score, and this coverage of the 2024 FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup will continue.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are all on the same team.
We have the power to change lives through basketball.
Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin,
basketball
can bring everyone together.
Basketball for good.
Team Canada playing France with a vengeance. 2 years ago, they lost the bronze in U17 competition to them 84-82. Left a sour taste in Team Canada's mouth, especially to Silas Swords. The reason why this becomes so significant is because her sister, Savannah Swords, has been clicking on all cylinders to make sure Canada gives France their comeuppance. Savannah Swords, 25 points. That has been the driving force for Canada throughout the game. And for France, they have been led by Justine Lubans, but she was silent in the third quarter. She scored most of her points in the second quarter, most of them coming from three-point land. We are underway in the fourth quarter as France is down by 20. Jump hook for Delstra, doesn't connect. The rebound controlled by Parchment. Canada shooting 42% from the field, 27% from the three-point line. And we have an illegal screen from Canada as Sierra Parchment comes up with her second foul. Team France trying to give Canada a tussle, but they were outscored 23-8 in the third quarter after outscoring Canada 17-14 before halftime. Their biggest run has been 12-0. And now another chance for Canada to expand this lead. Here's Swords, the leading scorer, and the 10th leading scorer in the cup. Swords stripped away by Simplo. Simplo 2-on-1, and Cisse gets it in.
2 points for France, number 19.
Nice assist from Simplo. Coming off of that steal. And Cisse smothering the leading scorer of the tournament, McKeer. And Kavoka was about to take a chance, but decided to stay in front of the scores table.
Substitution for France. Inside with number 8,
Emma Broly-Rhone now in for France. 4 rebounds, 2 points. France playing without Kathy Emma Oto, who went down with an apparent leg injury to start the second half. And it looks like Canada will get continuation. Never mind, it's an offensive foul. They wave it off. The first foul on Prahl. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists to her credit. Kavoka driving by Swords, and Fami swats that away. Swords holding her ground as Kavoka is trying to smother her. Prahl with 7. Prahl crossing over with 3. Fires it from the key. Misses. Back comes Dalstra, or Poive rather, for France. Poive with a quick whip around. Two minutes have gone by here in the fourth. Coming up from Irapuato, Group C competition between Puerto Rico and Australia. Puerto Rico and Australia meeting for the first time since this is the maiden voyage for Puerto Rico. Their first appearance in the U17 World Cup, along with Croatia, Finland, and Chinese Taipei. Nice hesitation dribble. Almost slapped away from Simplo. France recovers it, and that would have been a pretty pass. But Fami comes up with the foul. France inbounds it underneath. I'm sure FIBA is going to ask me if there's one word to describe this game, what would it be? I'm still trying to put it into words. Emilia Kristevski getting more time on the floor after missing the first 2 games in group play. Fake dribble drive and no bucket for Cisse. Cisse, one of the players to watch coming into today, averaging a near double-double, 12 and 8. She is limited to 6 boards and 2 points. Canada has done an exceptional job in boxing out and coming down for the rebounds. They are out-rebounding France by a narrow margin, 36-5. 36-35. The handoff, that doesn't go for Wheeler. And we have bodies hitting the floor. To France's credit, they have been battling on the boards despite the mismatch. They have 13 O boards compared to Canada's 9. Three minutes gone by, fourth quarter. Wheeler underneath to McKeer. She was looking for the extra point. But she's going to have to earn that the old-fashioned way, down at the line.
France, number 5. Substitution for France.
Kavoka takes a seat. Ayana Risace in for France again. First free throw connects again. Like, comment, and subscribe to the FIBA social media platforms on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook to follow along the future of basketball. Subscribe and follow Next Gen Hoops. The drive from McKeer, tries to send it into Parchment, misses the first chance but puts it down on the second. Never mind, Amelia Kristevsky with her first point here in the tournament. Go ahead three does not go. Kristevsky on the rebound. She has a bucket and a board. Down the floor is Parchment. Team Canada moving the ball. They have come up with a total of 14 assists in this Group D competition.
Number 19. Substitution for France. Inside with number 11, Lana.
Bantumi's in for France.
Substitution for Canada.
And if this lead holds on for Team Canada, it's going to be back to the drawing board for France, but not for a long time. The round of 16 gets underway tomorrow. It is still up in the air of who both of these clubs will play against. However, when the game comes down to this, when you're playing for first place in Group D competition, the big chance would be whoever gets first place, and let's say in this case, at the moment is Canada, they would meet Puerto Rico. Number 1 in Group D versus, well actually, yes, number 4 in Group C playing against number 1 in Group D. And if the standings stay where they are right now, France would face Croatia. But you still have the matchup between Australia and Puerto Rico to work with in Group C competition. I will have the call for that following this one. It's supposed to get underway in less than an hour from now. 22-point game. 5:38 to go and a foul. A quick game update from Leon. At the half, Argentina leads Finland 35-28. Justin Taylor on the call. Both clubs out of fouls to give. Underneath was Dalstra for the nice high-low pass and the deuce. Claire Dalstra coming up with her 4th point as she averages 5 of those a game. Nice spin move from Wheeler, nice footwork, and it pays off.
2 points for Canada, number 23, Jordi Wheeler.
Rolly-Roon sends it, nice fake drive and finish from Bantumi.
2 points for France, number 11, Lana Bantumi.
And Bantumi comes up with her 6th point. It's back to a 20-point game. Loose ball recovered by Risace. The floater splash from Rolly-Roon.
2 points for France, number 8, Emma Brolio.
And a quick timeout with 4:22 to go. Canada 64, France 46.
Timeout for Canada.
Team Canada 4 minutes 25 seconds away from an unblemished record in Group D competition, trying to serve France their first loss following the bronze medal game between these two teams back in 2022. A game which was a heartbreaker for Canada, with Toby Fournier and Destiny Pitts, and along with Savannah Swords' older sister, Silas Swords, taking the court but not leaving Hungary with a medal, as Jada Dennis adds 2 more to Canada's lead. The second ever meeting between Canada and France. The first meeting for bronze, the second meeting for first place in Group D. Hard fight for the ball between Ben Toomey and Dennis. .350 to go. France again led by Justine Lubans. 17 points, most of it coming from the second quarter. Savannah Swords, 25. The top scorer for Canada in the first 3 days of group play has belonged to Agat Makir, who scored 28 in the opener against Egypt. But Makir, the top scorer in the World Cup, limited to 7 points today. Threading the needle underneath as Claire Dalstra gets 2 more, and she is off to the line. Dalstra coming up with her 6th point of the ball game, topping her average of 5.5 a game. Talia Kavoka in for France again. A struggling game for Kavoka, who averages 12 points here in this contest in the tournament, limited to no points and 4 fouls. 3 minutes away in regulation. Denia Prawl as they go deep to McLeod. The putback goes in as Johanna Fahmy cleans it up. Perhaps we will see these two teams in the bracket phase of the U17 Women's World Cup in a few days. And I'm sure France, if they get far enough, and same with Canada, they will circle that date and matchup on their calendar. No team wants to leave Mexico with no gifts. In Canada's journey in the U17 World Cup since the first one in 2010, they've only secured 1 medal, and that was bronze back in 2012. France has won 3 medals. One of them bronze 2 years ago, of course, and 2 silvers back in 2010 and 2018. They're looking to go to the podium for the 4th time as Prawl unable to hit from deep. Another chance for Dalstra, but that doesn't go. Up the floor is Makir as she leaves it alone for McLeod. Last touch by Prawl. It goes to France with under 2 minutes here in regulation. Puerto Rico and Australia, the first ever meeting between these two, is coming up in Irapuato, and this the final day of group competition in the U17 Women's World Cup. A plethora of changes made. Prawl, Swords, Fahmy and Makir out. Parchment, Wheeler, Arije, and Dennis in for Canada. Savannah Swords will have the line of the day at the moment. 8 to shoot on the shot clock. Poivre
dribble drive up for Ben Toomey. And Ben Toomey will head to the line as Parchment met her underneath. And gets the first. In Leon, Finland and Argentina. In the middle of the third quarter, Finland up 38-35. Justin Taylor on the call. We will send you to Leon and his call of the game after this. You can catch that on YouTube. But here in Irapuato, 68-50, Canada on their way to a 3-0 record to wrap up Group D play. France appears to drop to 2-1. Here's Parchment on the double pump, and that does not go. 3-ball, Poive, no. Canada did most of their damage in the first half, mainly because of Savannah Sword's outstanding shooting display. But France found a way to answer and respond emphatically, with Justine Lubans doing most of her damage in the second quarter herself. It was a shootout between Lubans and Swords, but it appears that Swords is going to win this battle. One on the shot clock. Delstra puts it up and misses. Parchment gets it, and the shot clock and game clock a few seconds between each other. And they decide to turn the shot clock off. There was supposed to be a steal from Kavoka, but they blow the whistle. The shot clock was frozen for a few seconds. There could have been more time to have the shot clock off, but nonetheless, it will be France ball, 16 and a half seconds in this one. Poive underneath, Delstra, good. Delstra gets 2 points, but it's too little, too late, as Team Canada gets their revenge from 2 years ago for the time being, as they defeat France in the final day of Group D play, 68-52. Topping the charts today, Savannah Swords, 25 points. Helping her out, Denaya Prawl with 12 points and 8 rebounds. France, led by Justine Lubans, who has become a breakout player for France in group play. She averaged 11 points coming into this match. She ended up with 17 while shooting 3 of 6 from downtown. Quickly, the game stats. Canada shot 40.4% from the field. France 31.3%. The advantage that France had over Canada was in the O boards. 16-13 in steals, 11-9, 4 blocks to 2. But the rest of the way, Canada was able to out-rebound France narrowly, 44-41. And France, on the positive note, able to capitalize off of Canada's 19 turnovers, scoring 18. With 10 fast break points, 28 points in the paint, and 22 points from the bench. But the victors today is Team Canada, as they go up 3-0 in Group D play. And if everything holds on to today, they will face Puerto Rico in the round of 16 tomorrow. France drops down to 2-1. They will wait to see who they will play against. It's number 2 in Group D versus number 3 in Group C. So far, the matchups are looking to be France and Croatia and Canada versus Puerto Rico. Speaking of Puerto Rico, coming up next from Irapuato, Australia facing Puerto Rico, as the number 1 seed in Group C has already been secured by Team USA, as they already topped Australia and Puerto Rico. Australia trying to secure second place. Puerto Rico trying to bounce out of the cellar in their first U17 appearance. Your final from Irapuato in game 1 of 8 in group play, Canada 58, France 52. Now this is Aaron Sanders. Be sure to go over to see the game between Argentina and Finland with Justin Taylor on the call. Right now in Lyon, it is Finland 44, Argentina 35 with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Commissioner FIBA Azul. 3, 2, 1, the ball is in the air.
Two points for France.